Alright guys, today we're going to be reviewing the 2018 Camaro RS. We're going to find out a lot about it, so let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about, the engine. This car comes with a 3.6 liter V6 engine that makes 335 horsepower, and it has an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. It is rear wheel drive just like every other muscle car. And first thing we're going to talk about is the unique grille, as Chevy like to call it. There's nothing really all that unique about it, except, it kind of looks cool. And, there is functional airflow in the end of the day. But there's one thing I completely dislike about this car. The chrome trim. Why? You get HID with LED signature headlights. And you also get a nice turn signal with Camaro engraved over it. And as for the bumper, there's a lot of space for airflow to cool down the engine. Coming around the back here, the rear bumper is pretty boring, but you get this RS emblem stuck to it. But other than that, it's pretty plain, it's pretty boring. What can we do? And moving on to the taillights. I mean, they're pretty good looking taillights. They're also the signature LED taillights. So thumbs up for that, they look good. Now, up next is the lip spoiler. Obviously, it does complement the look of the car. It looks good, and it might be the first thing we see around the back that says aerodynamics. It looks pretty good. And you have dual exhaust with a very boring diffuser to complement it. You get 20-inch aluminum wheels, which look pretty sporty, pretty cool. And you get sport-independent suspensions. Like me. I'm joking, I'm not independent. Now, coming inside here, I want to kick things off by talking about the infotainment system. Now, you get an 8-inch screen that is very easy to use. The infotainment systems on these cars are very, very nice and very easy to use, as I'll show you guys now. It's responsive, but there's one cool thing I want to show you guys, or two cool things actually. So you get driving mode, but you can only change the steering wheel feel. You have automatic, which I guess will change with your modes, and you have tour and you have sport. But there's this one cool thing that just makes no sense. Teen Driver. Teen Driver allows you to assign keys with the all that kinds of stuff. So basically what you do is let's say I am a dad and my child is about to have this car, so I would kind of configure the car for him. So I'd make the car for him. I'd say never be able to put it in sport and never be able to go over 60 and this kinds of stuff. And if my dad is watching this, by the way, he told me this before, I have this thing that I can do to your car and make it not go past 100. Good luck doing that. Now, moving on to the climate control area over here. Now, this is one confusing area to play with. When we first got in the car, the airflow was way too high, so we wanted to kind of just, slow things down. So I kept looking over here, and I was like, yeah, this is the thing that I want to take down. So how did I do that? And I thought maybe it was a touch screen. Turns out you just have to move this kind of chromey piece that is stuck on the air vents itself. Yeah, quite weird. And here you obviously control the temperature. So this is kind of a teamwork thing, not made for one person. So yeah, pretty weird. Now moving on to this area over here, another big piece of chrome. I don't know why they keep adding this plastic chrome. If this is rally racing, so it should be, kind of connected to racing. So I would hope to see more carbon fiber instead of, fake chrome on plastic, which is really should be kept for, luxury cars, not sports cars. Now, first thing you get over here is your traction control button. You press on that and your traction just goes off. Let's put that back on. And then here you have your modes. So you have your driving modes. You can obviously select between 3 different modes, which is very, very boring, but whatever. You push it down, you are in tour mode, and you push it down again. You're in sport mode, you push it down one final time, and you're in snow ice for wet and slippery surfaces. But why haven't they added more like track mode? I mean, my inline 4, my Mustang EcoBoost that gets a lot of hate, has a track mode in it, and it has sport and sport plus. So Chevy should reconsider the stuff they're putting in their cars. I don't know about the newer models because this is a 2018 model, so maybe they have added something like that into the newer models. So finally we have the electric handbrake. You pull that up and you are and park with your electric handbrake up. Now moving on to the steering wheel, you get more chrome everywhere. You have chrome here, 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 here. But anyways, you have your cruise control on the left hand side, and down here you have your favorite channels, radio channels that you can just switch between. And coming up here, you can activate the voice command, or you can decline a phone call. And with these, you can obviously control your whole dashboard screen kind of thing. I mean, obviously there isn't all that much going on, and it's pretty delayed as well. Like you see that, how long it took for that, but we'll get back here and we'll go to options. You kind of get the idea. There's all different kinds of information and stuff you are provided with, but really nothing very, very interesting for like the average daily driver who doesn't really I'll be honest with you guys, people who buy these cars buy it for two reasons. They're fast, they're cheap. Most of the people that get these cars don't really have the general idea of how this or that works. We just want a quick car for a cheap price. So what do? We buy a Camaro or a Mustang. Now I bought a Mustang because it was fast and cheap. Makes sense? So guys, we're gonna launch this car twice, once in normal drive mode and once in sport mode, and we're gonna try to get the hang of the power you get out of this car. 335 horsepower. Let's go. Brakes in, guys. Doesn't let you go over. All show, no go. The car is very slow, and I don't know why. Alright guys, now we're in sport, but we're gonna take the traction control off. Maybe that will help us a little. Brakes in, guys, and let's go. Whoa. Okay, it's a lot more aggressive. It's a lot more aggressive for sure, okay? But again, it's not really, I wasn't surprised. Maybe I was expecting a lot more than I'm getting now, but it's just, I mean, it is naturally aspirated and all. It sounds nice, all these kinds of things, but is it really as fast as it looks? No, it's not as fast as it looks. And these are the kinds of things that disappoint us, The BMW that we reviewed last video, you should go check that out. It's right here. We expected it to be very slow, and it turns out not to be slow. Now, to be honest with you guys, it feels very claustrophobic inside this car. And if you just take a look at what we get to see outside of the windshield, not all that much, but there's one thing to enjoy about this car. It's the sound of it. And when you upshift, you get this kind of from the back. I don't even know what that is. It's not a pop. And also another really good thing about this car is the handling of it. Going into corners, it's pretty stiff. It's pretty nice. It really gives you confidence. Unlike my car, unfortunately, which makes sense why they call Mustangs the crowd runners. If you think about it, the handling of Mustangs in general isn't all that good. And in my car, on many different occasions, have I almost lost traction. But that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you're gonna take a listen to the exhaust and a quick walk around. See you guys next video. Don't forget to subscribe, because we are heading for that 500 subscribers, and there's something pretty special coming up for the 500 subscribers. So come on, hit the subscribe button.